command and teach these things. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Until I come, devote yourself to the public reading of Scripture, to preaching and to teaching. Do not neglect your gift, which was given to you through prophecy when the body of elders laid their hands on you. Be diligent in these matters. Give yourself wholly to them, so that everyone may see your progress. Watch your life and doctrine closely. Persevere in them, because if you do, you will save both yourself and your hearers. Hello there, and welcome back to another Bible video. It seems that I'm uploading these on Friday now. I've been trying to get videos out, 3 videos a week, but it hasn't been working out because of life stuff happening. But it's alright. But yeah, today we're looking at the Book of Timothy. Last time, I'm pretty sure, uh, we looked at sort of, I think it was uh, worrying and anxiety, and today we're looking at the Book of Timothy because this passage, I have a redeem on my Twitch channel that is read a Bible verse, and one of my viewers, she sent me this Timothy 4. It was Timothy 4:12, but then I read the whole from Timothy 11 to 16, and I was thinking I think I want to make this the next Bible video, but of course the main topic, sort of the verse I want to talk about this is the 12th one, which is the one that was redeemed of. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young. And as I said before, I always try to make these Bible videos about one specific topic, while also talking about the the writer of the book. And this time we're looking at Timothy, who was Paul's apprentice. And I always loved Paul's books, and it's it's no surprise that I also like the Book of Timothy. I know that they had a very a sort of father and son relationship. They like Paul really cared a lot of, about. Ooh, I'm slurring my words. I'm sorry. uh, Paul really cared about a lot of people on his books, especially the Philippians. But Timothy was also special to him, and I think his books are probably also one of the best. A lot of the books from the New Testament are really good. They're they're wisdom filled, and they're good for people who are like going through rough times, especially Paul's books. And I think the topic of don't let anyone look down on you because you're young is very important, because it's something that happens a lot, and like not as much anymore, but it still happens. Uh, I have some personal experience on that on that field. Back when I used to play TF2 when I was like 12, I think. I didn't use voice chat at all or in any game, because I was, every time I did, people would laugh at me, and they would say, "Get this kid out of the game, man. Get him out." And man, like I always like just kept it to myself. Always used text chat because I didn't want to be bullied. I don't want to be looked down upon. But it's not just in games, but also just like online, or like just with people in general, because I feel like it's a thing that like a lot of people do, that like kids are just, like they treat them like a nuisance, and that makes them feel unwanted. And that just leads to a lot of pain, a lot of bad things happening, man. And of course, there's the whole thing about the skibidi toilet, and sort of like also people being like, man, these kids are gonna grow up super dumb. They're gonna grow up with brain rot, and it's sort of like just what's the word? Alanizing them. I don't think I pronounced that right, but just sort of like just generalizing and I don't want anything to do with that group of kids because they're annoying or like Fortnite kids and all that. And I don't know, man. I get that kids can be annoying sometimes, like, but that like what else are they supposed to do, man? Like they're just kids, like like it's their whole thing to take information and like learn from it, like apply it. So I think that's something definitely that we should like work on. Like of course you don't have to do anything. Like who am I to tell you what to do? I'm just a guy that streams video games and loves God. But I don't know. I just really don't want kids to like grow up with that feeling of like being unwanted, being like, oh man, I don't wanna talk because people are gonna make fun of me. And they're too young to learn that like they shouldn't care about that. Like it took me a long time to learn, hey, I shouldn't care what people say about me or my voice. And that took me quite some time to learn. But it also speaks about how you shouldn't like respond to them with violence. You should respond to them in conduct, in love. And I think that's also really important that like to teach them, hey, like yeah, these people, you shouldn't worry about what they say, but you also shouldn't respond to them in anger and in sort of rage. And it also says about how you should like guard your faith, your life, because it will save you and your hearers. And I love how the Bible like just tackles multiple things we deal with nowadays. Like if you open the Bible right now and just sit like 5 hours reading it, you're gonna see that a lot of things that it says are happening nowadays, and you'd be shocked like, wow, this is happening. How could it know? But like that's why it's supposed to do. So I like that it tackles like like the feelings of a young man. Like, man, people don't like me, and that guy, he's really good. Like, man, people don't like me. But while it also tackles the problems of the preacher, like, man, like, what do I say? How do I not respond violently to these people? How do I maintain my composure? So I think that's one of my favorite things about the Bible, how one verse or one chapter is not just about one thing. It's multiple things. And yeah, man, I just really don't want people to grow up with that feeling of I feel like discrimination is a strong word. Discrimination is when they're like discriminated for one, like often it's race or like place of origin, but most of the time it's just people who treat kids badly just for the fact of being kids, man. Like, oh man, this kid got a goofy voice. And I feel like kids are like dealing with enough online, with the whole thing about them being like just practically groomed, like every 2 weeks there comes like a public figure or a content creator that's like, you know, like, oh, they did this and they said that they texted this kid. And I don't know, man, I just really wish. And you could say, oh, but kids have safe spaces, like Roblox, Minecraft. Not really, man, not anymore. And one could say, oh man, but kids shouldn't be on the internet. And I agree partly with that, but it's kind of inevitable for them to get on the internet because of the whole thing of parents giving them their cell phones to distract them and all that. But it's a whole thing, man. But yeah, like if you ever meet a kid in a game and like he uses voice chat, don't like unless he's like being like like foolish, like saying something discriminative, or he's just like swearing, like, hey man, don't do that. That's bad. But yeah, I just really wish that I think it's mostly because of like personal experience. I wish that it was different. Like like I take my pain and I wish that it wasn't inflicted upon others. Let's see if I can catch this guy. But yeah, I don't know. I just, you know, and also a lot of kids are exposed to weird content nowadays, things that they probably shouldn't see. And I know it's funny because I say kid, but I'm 19, but I'm technically an adult. I don't feel like I'm an adult, but I feel like I'm a bit wise. Like, you know, I got good head on my shoulders. So yeah, I think that's one of my favorite qualities of the Bible about how, like, you know, it's not just we're talking about one thing here. Like it's multiple. It's just golden pieces of wisdom, like, on every chapter. Well, I don't know about the Book of Kings, because the Book of Kings is basically there's a new king, people kill each other. It's like, I'm not joking, by the way. I've been reading through the Book of Kings with my grandmothers, and it's been a blast. I love it. I love reading the Bible with them. But I want to say, like, that's the lesson for today, but there really isn't a lesson in these Bible videos. It's mostly about, like, you know, talking about a specific issue and sort of using the verse to try to make you guys feel better, and also, like, you know, there's an alarm going off. I think it's a bird. Like, just putting little nuggets of like holy wisdom on it, and it's also a way for me to, like, sort of, like, you know, like, spread the word of the Lord, and do it in a good way, not in a violent way. You know, that's also another thing I see. Like, people are put off by Christianity because, ah, man, you know, like, very aggressive, like, preachism and all that, or just people telling other people to go to hell, and, like, man, then, or not to go to hell, but that they're gonna go to hell, and I'm like, man, I don't know, I don't think that's right. So I always try my best that these videos make you guys feel comfortable while also talking about the Lord. And yeah, if you haven't read the Book of Timothy, definitely do so. If you haven't read any of Paul's books, please go ahead. It's one of the most wonderful, like books on the Bible. Like, you know, not any of Paul's books, especially Philippians. I really like it. But also the Book of Romans is pretty good, and of course the Book of Timothy. Paul was just an amazing apostle, an amazing writer, and all the hardships he went through. Like, it's just an impressive role model what he endured. But yeah, I think that will be all for today. As always, I try to upload one gaming video and then one Bible video. And if there's a Bible verse that you want me to cover, if there's a topic you want to talk about, the comments are right there. And as always, if you are going through something rough, if you're going through a storm, if you're fighting a difficult time, or a family member is sick, or there's hardship, I hope things get better. And I hope that the video at least made you think, made you relax a little bit, like, get you out of that. You know, it's such a normal thing nowadays to just be bombarded by multiple things at once, and you don't get breathing room, you don't get moments rest, and so you're not able to make the right decisions. And if you don't make the right decisions, even more hardships come. So I hope that you were able to relax. I hope you were able to feel some peace here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, month, and God bless you. Bye bye.